Hello guys, how are you?
I'm Hardeep Singh. Welcome back to your own YouTube channel. IELTS updates and recent exams. For more updates related to recent IELTS exam writing test topics, listening, reading, practice test, and speaking, you got guesswork. Please, guys, participate in everyday listening and reading practice test to achieve your desired band score in your actual IELTS exam. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Press the bell icon for the upcoming notifications. Don't forget like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, IELTS updates and recent exams.
Part 1.
First, you have some time to look at question.
See, Ketty, today many people donated books at our free book reading store.
It's surprising. We never had so much of collections. Why so?
Actually, last week I advertised for book donations for the store.
Oh, really? It's great. Now what do you want me to do?
Now we have to put all these in the related shelves and prepare a catalog. It's a huge work. It will take time, maybe a whole day.
Shall I call some more friends?
No. We two are sufficient. It's a very small place, and more people, more confusion. The caretaker of the place will also help us.
Let's start without wasting time.
You will tell me the name of the book and author. I'll prepare the catalog and register it. The storekeeper will place it on the related shelf.
That's very systematic and fine. So let's start.
Okay.
Now look at questions 4 to 10.
Yes, I'll start from this pile. The first book is Cricket is My Passion. It's written by Peterson.
So, it's a book on sports, and who is the publisher?
It's France PVT Limited from France.
Is there any other books on sports?
Yes, two more are there. One on football and the other on titles.
Cricket is my passion. And you can search other titles.
The donors have given a lot of good books. I think the books will be of great help.
Oh yes, I've done it. Which one is the next?
The next books are My Practical Experiences with Kitchen, Tips to Cook Tasty Food, and 3 Meals Quick Cooking. All are related to cooking and written by single author Sam Joseph.
Right, and the publisher is?
It's St. Mary Publishing House, Korea.
This writer has written many books on hospitality also. I read some of those last week.
Oh, really? Now, Anthony, the next one is Robert Ballack. He has written series from 1 to 6. All the books are value-related storybooks. The title for all is Everyday Bedtime Stories for Children, and the publisher is Versatile Publishing House, London.
My mother also told me many stories from this book in my childhood. The stories really inculcate values.
Would you like to tell these stories to your children also?
Yes, I'll suggest all mothers to read and tell these stories to their children. Okay, now next I can see some books on tour and travel.
You are right. Here are 5 books in all. All are related to travelling. The titles are My Journey to Mountains by Johadar John, Unbelievable Experience of Country Tour by Linda John, Around the World in 10 Days by Ken Smith, Bushwalking by Dr. Lisa Lester, and the last one is Measuring Sea by Radhika Joseph. All these books are published by the same publisher, McClelland Publishing House, New York.
Ketty, if you get tired, we can stop for some time and have a cup of tea. It's not compulsory to finish it today. We can do it another day also.
No, I'm really enjoying the task. It's surprising to see so many books and titles at a time. I'm enthused. I'm feeling energetic to see all these.
Okay, then tell me the next.
Now these are all management books. I think they're all course books. They will be beneficial for students doing management courses.
Oh really? I've also read many management books while doing my MBA degree.
These are Money Management by Ketty Gomez, Life Management by Linda Korn, Economical Growth and Finance Management by Dr. Michael Goredge, Man Management, Time Management, Work Management, Child Management. Oh my God, these 10 books. Do you want me to tell you all? These all are published by Masterman Publishing House, Thailand.
No, I'll enter them all under a single title so that one can search them easily on the shelf.
Shall we continue or leave it for another day? Because now I have to go home. My mother must be waiting for me for lunch.
Thank you, Ketty, for your services.
It's my pleasure.
That is the end of part 1.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turns to part 2.
You are going to hear a radio talk for the students planning to make a career in hospitality, especially in Australia. The radio talk is given by a lecturer from the hospitality department. First, look at questions 11 to 17.
Hospitality is a dynamic and fast-growing industry which offers many different career opportunities, including bar attendant, barista, chef, cook, food and beverage management, concierge, and porter, hotel service supervisor, waiter. First is bar attendant. He prepares, mix and serve drinks to customers in hotels, bars, cafes, restaurants and clubs. Here are the career opportunities. Bar attendants can work in hotels, bars, restaurants, cafes, clubs, recreation and convention centers and other licensed entertainment venues. The other job is waiter. You may already be working in a restaurant or cafe or friends who are doing so. You can work in a restaurant, fast food chains, cafe or a hotel, and can work in the food or drink service and on the floor or in a bar. But if you are over 18, it is busy, exciting work and requires someone with lots of energy, good communication and customer service skills. You'll have to work nights and weekends. However, it gives you lots of opportunities to travel as well as meet new people. Barrister, keep it fast, keep it simple, and concentrate on taste. Those are the keys to what a barrister does. And if you have a dynamic and passionate focus for coffee and service, then this could be the career for you. A barrister is a professional coffee maker. This is someone who has the necessary skills to prepare and serve espresso coffee. Next is a cook or chef. If you like cooking, want to work in an energetic and dynamic environment, are creative, like doing things with your hands and don't mind working hard, you can become a commercial cook. Cooks or chefs work in restaurants, cafes, hotels, motels, clubs, hospitals, takeaway outlets, function centers, catering firms, flight catering centers and ships. It is challenging work as you have to work long hours and nights and weekends. However, it is extremely rewarding and offers great career options and job satisfaction. The other one is food and beverage managers, also called food service managers. They actually plan, organize, and control the operation of establishments where food and beverages are served, such as restaurants, cafes, cafeterias, and canteens. The other one is concierge and porter. Luggage porters carry luggage for guests in hotels and passengers in transport terminals, show their rooms, berths or cabins, and provide other guest services. Concierge provides additional services to guests, such as organising and booking tickets for tours and entertainment for guests, and advising them on the service and attractions available in the local area. Another attractive job is Hotel Service Supervisor. Hotel service supervisors coordinate and supervise the activities of hotel service workers, including domestic staff, luggage porters, and door persons.
Now look at questions 18 to 20.
Now, the qualifications required for these jobs are that most of the courses have Certificate 2 in hospitality as minimum, Certificate 3, Certificate 4 to provide supervisory skills, Diploma of Hospitality to provide management skills, and Advanced Diploma of Hospitality to provide advanced management skills. These courses are available with all the college and universities related to hospitality. The Australian Hotels Association, AHA, is a useful organisation to be in contact with when deciding on a career in the hospitality industry. Their website provides information on industry updates, workplace relation issues, careers, policy, contact details, and links to the state offices. The AHA website is useful to review and can be found at www.ahaorg.au. Restaurant and Catering Australia RCA is also a useful organisation to be in contact with. Their website is www.restandcat.au.
That is the end of part 2.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turns to part 3.
You will hear a tutor talking to a student during a tutorial. The tutor is giving the student feedback on an essay. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24.
Hello, Jacob. Come in and take a seat. How are you finding the course?
Very good. I'm really enjoying myself.
Good. Well, I've had a look at the first draft of your assignment, and it shows a great deal of promise. How well do you think you answered the question?
I think I dealt with the task okay. I spent hours in the library reading up on the subject, so I feel confident I answered the question. I'm not sure about my Spanish, though.
Well, for a first draft, I was very happy with the content. You've included all the important points, and you've given a very balanced argument, so I'm pleased with that. I think one area you need to work on is organisation.
Yes, my other tutor said the same thing about another piece of writing. My ideas weren't organised logically, she said.
Well, to be fair, I think the order of your ideas here is fine. It's your paragraphing that's the problem. If you look at this page, it's difficult to actually see your organisation. Your ideas are in the right order, but I can't make the organisation out very well because there aren't any paragraphs.
Yes, I see what you mean. Perhaps if I left a line between paragraphs, it would make it clearer.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Have a look at paragraphs in books, magazines, newspapers, that kind of thing. There's no need to read everything, just pay attention to how paragraphs are presented.
Before you hear more of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 25 to 30.
OK. I'll have a look at some of my friends' work as well. They don't seem to have this problem. What about the style of the writing? Is that OK? I've never really learnt how to write formally, so I'm always a bit worried about this when I write an essay.
The register is very good, Jacob. No problem at all. You've used lots of nice set expressions we'd expect to find in a piece of writing like this, and used them very naturally.
That's good. What about my Spanish?
Your basic grammar is okay. You haven't made many mistakes, so that's good. What I would suggest is trying to experiment more with advanced sentence structures. Yours tend to be on the short side. That's okay when short sentences are required, but sometimes combining two sentences into one can make the essay flow more naturally.
Have you got anything I can use to practice that? Any books or websites I could visit?
Yes, no problem. I'll give you one of our worksheets in a minute. You can take it away and work on it before you write your second draft. Finally, another thing you could think about is using more advanced vocabulary. Again, the words you've used are fine, but there are more advanced synonyms that would fit more appropriately in an essay like this.
Well, I've bought a thesaurus.
Yes, that's just what you need. As you can see, I've underlined where I think you could make changes, but I haven't suggested any synonyms. Use your thesaurus to try and find some alternatives.
That is the end of part 3.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turns to part 4.
You are going to hear a lecturer giving a talk about work placements for psychology students. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Good morning. I'm here today to talk about the placement that's offered to all psychology students. As you all know, this takes place in the third year of the Psychology BSc. I'm here to explain a little about the placement and how the process works. A lot of preparation's involved in getting these placements right, so you need to be thinking about this now. Students taking up a placement year benefit immensely from the experience. To find decent employment in the field of psychology, the chances are you'll need to undertake some form of postgraduate training, such as one of our master's courses. These courses invariably demand experience in the field you intend to study. So being able to gain this experience during your undergraduate degree is a great advantage. There's a lot to be gained from joining the scheme. Of course, it will help you identify the areas of psychology you may or may not be interested in. And you'll develop transferable skills such as problem-solving, team-working, communication skills. Skills that employers demand and that graduates often lack. Also remember that the placement will offer you networking opportunities to become acquainted with key players in your field. Many of our students who've completed a placement year take up a position with the same employer after graduation or after successfully completing postgraduate training. In fact, many of our students from previous years now hold influential positions in the police, the health service and the private sector as a direct result of their placements. The placement you choose will depend very much on your own area of interest. Those of you who have a particular interest in research can opt for a placement in a hospital unit, here or abroad, working in areas of forensic and clinical psychology. A post here can be very rewarding and allows you to contribute to qualitative and quantitative research data and learn practical research skills you can use in your coursework. For those who prefer hands-on experience of working with patients, there are a wide range of options available. We have links with several charitable and public sector organizations that support stroke patients and people recovering from serious physical trauma, for example due to motoring or industrial accidents. You'll have the opportunity to help them deal with long-term clinical treatment and pain management. There are several opportunities to work with addiction and rehabilitation units. The kind of experience you'll gain here can be very wide-ranging. For example, offering you the chance to observe group therapy and one-to-one counseling sessions for anxiety and anger management classes. Students are encouraged to give their reaction to sessions during regular team meetings, which can often be of benefit to both the student and the organization. For those of you interested in the application of psychology in education, we have a number of students who take placements working with children with special educational needs. Students in the past have worked as teaching assistants and contributed to teacher training workshops. There's a lot more information about this on the website, including case studies written by some of our previous students. These will give you a much wider and richer picture of our placements. As I said earlier, you should already be giving this some serious thought. Our placement officer, Greg Smith, will be able to advise you about the organizations we have contacts with and we've worked with in the past. Once you've discussed the opportunities available, we ask you to contact the organization concerned to investigate potential positions and to arrange an interview. Your personal tutor will be able to help you with updating your CV and interview skills. During the enrollment process, you'll have been notified of the need to obtain a CRB check. In cases where you're working with vulnerable people, it's a legal requirement that you've had a Criminal Records Bureau check carried out. Without this, we won't be able to approve the placement. If you haven't yet arranged this, you must notify the placement officer of this during your first meeting. He'll give you the necessary paperwork to make your application. Once you have the certificate, please supply a photocopy to the placement officer.
That is the end of part 4.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
So guys, don't forget like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, IELTS updates and recent exams. For more updates related to recent IELTS exam writing test topics, listening, reading, practice test and speaking, you got guesswork. Please guys, participate in everyday new IELTS listening and reading practice tests to achieve your desired band score in your actual IELTS exam. For more IELTS material, visit my official website www.ieltsupdatesandrecentexams.com. The link is given below in the description. If you need PDF files of latest IELTS material, then please join my Telegram channel. So guys, please write your score below the comment section. Again, thanks for listening. God bless you all guys. Stay tuned, stay safe.